Hi, I'm Paula McIntyre, and you're very welcome to the kitchen of Quilly House, which is just outside Coleraine on the road to Castle Rock. So I'm going to be cooking a Christmas dinner, so I'm going to start with the starter. And I'm going to do smoked salmon from Northcoast Smokehouse. And rather than doing wheaten bread, I'm going to do some crackers. So in here I've got half wholemeal flour, half plain flour. I'm going to season it with some salt. And this is mustard and sea salt, so from the North Coast. So mix that in, so a good teaspoonful of that, and then make a well in the centre. And then what we'll do is we'll add 4 tablespoonfuls of oil. So I'm using the Brighter Gold rapeseed oil. So Richard and Leona that make the rapeseed oil also own Quilly House, so we'll have to use this with it, but it's beautiful anyway. And so about 4 tablespoonfuls of the oil, a wee bit for luck. And then we're going to do, because it's going with fish, this is Lacada, it's their dulse stout. So we're going to put in about 150 mils of that, just see how that goes. And bring that together into a dough. If you don't like stout, or you don't think you like stout, it does cook out in the cooking, but you could also use just water, just cold water. There we are. So that's, but I can say that's a lovely smell first thing in the morning. So that's great, right? So what I'll do. I'm just going to take some flour, just lightly flour the board. I'll take a wee bit of this, take half of this, and then we'll just flour it and just knead it together slightly. And I'm just going to cut these into crackers. So just so it's a wee bit like pastry, and we just want to keep moving the dough, so just so it doesn't stick. So keep moving it round. Add another wee bit of flour if you need to. And we want to get these as thin as you can. If you don't feel confident about rolling anything like this out, put it in between a sheet of parchment paper and it will not stick on you. So just keep moving it. I'm going to just get this really nice and thin. That looks good now. Because it's Christmas, we'll use wee star cutters. And just onto a baking tray lined with parchment paper. You do any shape you like, obviously. And the good thing with these, you can make these up beforehand. And they're a wee bit different. They kind of taste like wheaten bread, but they're nice and crisp. And I like something nice and crisp, with smoked salmon. All right. Take a few more and then, okay. Right, that should do us. And what we'll do then, before we put it into the oven, we'll just take a wee bit of oil, a wee bit down here. So just brush a wee bit of oil over the top of them very lightly. And then on top of that there, now you can just leave that as they are. But mustard and sea salt also do this salt, and it's got a dehydrated kelp in it. So you can put that in as well. Or you can just put in some seeds or anything odd. Doesn't you can leave it as it is, but sometimes put sesame seeds on them or wee black onion seeds, and that's it. So into a nice hot oven, about 200 degrees, and they're going to take about 15 minutes. So the crackers are ready. I just took them out of the oven, let them cool down for a bit, so really nice and crisp. And then we've got a smoked salmon here, but the smoked salmon is hot smoked salmon. So it's from the Northcoast Smokehouse in Ballycastle, made by Rory Morrison. It's Glenarm organic salmon from around the coast. So it's a hot smoked salmon. So it's completely cooked. He cures it and then smokes it, but it's lovely. And so we've got some here, and we're just going to do some stuff with this. So I like smoked salmon with radish and with beetroot, so we're going to do that. I've got wee pickling liquor here, so it's sort of equal parts sugar, vinegar and water, and then bring that up to boil, season it. So that's our pickle liquor. So you pickle anything, you know, if you want to do carrots. So got the wee radishes here, so I'm just going to quarter them. And we're going to put them into the liquor. We're going to just going to be quite a quick wee one here. So, and then we'll just take the. You don't want to leave these too long because they start to get sort of a funny smell after a while. So if you pickle them maybe for 20 minutes, then take them out of the pickle. Okay, so that's that. And then we've got a wee bit of shallot here as well. So that can just put a wee bit of that and just break it up into the wee rings. That just goes in as well. I'll leave those for a wee second while we do everything else. But that shouldn't take long because, you know, just sort of nearly like an instantly pickle. But you could do this up in advance, you know, get your pickles, get your sauces, everything into the fridge, and then have it ready. So that's that. So then the sauce that we're going to do, I've got some sour cream here, just sour cream. I'm going to season that with a bit of the mustard and sea salt. Another thing that really does is smoked black pepper. I love it, it's brilliant. It does a smoked salt as well. Smoked black pepper just really adds to things. So, and it's lovely with the smoked salmon. So just a black pepper and that. That'll mix around. And then some horseradish as well. So just nice dollop of horseradish into that. Horseradish, smoked salmon are lovely together. And then we're going to add some beetroot, and that beetroot and horseradish is perfect. So we've got our salmon here, and we're just going to dress our plate. So the other thing I have here is beetroot. So I've got some lovely beetroot. It's from around the coast of McGilligan. So what I did was just gave it a good scrub clean, put on a bit of tin foil, a bit of Leona's oil, a bit of the rapeseed oil, some salt, wrapped it up really tight, put it into the oven and roasted it. And it saves you having that whole carry on when your house is all steamed, you know, when you boil it. So we'll just I've just sliced it then, peeled it and sliced it, and we'll just take a nice wee sort of star shape, sort of to tie in with our crackers as well. So, and it's Christmas, sure you have to have if you can't have star shaped beetroot at Christmas, when can you have it? And I mean, the other thing that you could do here is I've got a few wee trimmings, so we obviously won't throw those out, but what I would do is maybe tend to puree those up, give them a wee whiz, or just chop them up. Put them in a pickle, the wee trimmings, to have on Boxing Day, you know, with your leftovers, with your ham and pickles, lovely together. Right, so that should be, so that's our wee beetroot stars there. Okay, so just want to just take some of the wee beetroot and just put it down the side here. And then we'll take a bit of our horseradish cream, just spin that over the top. Okay, so that's our horseradish there. And then if we just take some of our wee pickle here and just put that on top. Wee bits of pickle. So this is a wee pickle shallot. Or onion, you could use a wee bit of onion if you wanted. Just the shallots are just a nice size. Some of our radish there as well. So you can sort of see immediately that's taking up that nice wee bit of pinkness on it. And you get a lovely crunch with this as well, which is good, and then a completely different texture with the horseradish or with the beetroot. Okay, and then these are from Sperrin Farm. These are just micro herbs. So this is red amaranth, and these are red veined sorrel. So Malachi Smith that runs it has got an online shop now, so you can buy herbs, fresh herbs. They're really lovely, and you can't buy these in the shops. So this red veined sorrel, for example, is like really really tangy, you know, and it's beautiful. I think it looks lovely as well. So just put a wee bit of that onto our, and it goes really nicely with the salmon as well, because you want that nice wee bit of zing as well. So you're getting some of that from the wee pickle liquor as well. So it's very important that you cook that, or you have that. You know, we have salmon with, or lemon with salmon. Well, this is just something a wee bit different. And then just some of our amaranth there. Just a wee bit like that there. So you could do this up beforehand, have your salmon ready like that there. And then this is 2 portions, by the way, or 1 very generous portion. So you could just have this all ready like that in the fridge and then just bring it out. Because I quite like to have a lot of things done. I know we're not going to be cooking for as many people this year, but it's just always nice to have things. And then just take a wee bit of the black pepper as well, just a wee tiny bit, just over the top here, just tiny, just a wee, just around our plate. So that's our Northcoast Smokehouse smoked salmon, and we've got our horseradish cream, we've got our beetroot, we've got our radishes, and we've got a wee bit of smoked black pepper from the same place, and just the lovely North Sperrin Farm herbs, and then our crackers using the Lacada dulse stout. So what I would say you would do is just put that on a plate, have a wee bit of that, mush it up, cut it up, have a wee bit of the cracker on the side. There you are. So that's our starter. And if you want to come back, we've also got other videos to do with the main course and with the vegetables, and also a nice alternative dessert to Christmas pudding.